The exhilaration of driving a high-performance sports vehicle is undeniable, but it pales in comparison to that of a motorcycle. The feeling of freedom is incredible, but this lifestyle choice is not for everyone. However, very few individuals have the discretionary income to purchase one of the incredible motorcycles we are about to show you. So, if you're a biker enthusiast, watch the video to learn about some of the most expensive bikes you'd like to ride. Number 5, priced at $3 million, the BMS Nehmesis. The yellow glitter and lack of side support on the BMS Nehmesis create the impression that it is laying on its underbelly like a stranded whale. This is due to the fact that it has a fully working air ride system and a single-sided swing arm rear suspension, which allow the motorbike to be lifted 10 inches off the ground or plummeted to the ground. When parked, Nehmesis merely rests comfortably on its frame rails, eliminating the need for a side stand. Its golden shine is due to 24-karat gold. When you look at the bike, the $3 million price tag makes sense due to the logical that you wouldn't want it to leave your garage for the rest of your life, as it is an impressive work of art. This is the kind of bike that you would want to showcase in front of your guests to admire your cherished asset. Number 4, the Hildebrand Wolfmüller for a price of $3.5 million. Hildebrand Wolfmüller was the first to market motorcycles. With a price tag of $3.5 million, this piece of history will transport you to 1894, the year the first mass-produced motorbike was introduced. Heinrich and Wilhelm Hildebrand were steam engine engineers before they worked with Alois Wolfmüller in Munich in 1894 to make the first motor with an internal combustion engine. A subset of men just moved on and transferred their affections to the two-wheeled, metallic, petrol-guzzling steeds that took over the roadways, but this momentous event began sending the flesh-and-blood steeds out of favor. An interesting tidbit to keep in mind if you ever get your hands on one of these and decide to put it through its paces on the road, is that it has neither a clutch nor a pedal, so you'll have to be ready to do some running and jumping if you want to move forward. The Deutsches Zweirad and NSU Museum in Neckarsulm, Germany, the Henry Ford in Detroit, Michigan, Museum Lalu Lintas in Surabaya, Indonesia, National Technical Museum in Prague, and the Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum in Birmingham, Alabama, USA all have examples of the Hildebrand Wolfmüller on display. At number 3 of our list is the Ecosse ES1 Spirit, priced at $3.6 million. You know there's something fishy about a motorcycle when the manufacturer insists that even experienced drivers undergo a 2-week training program before even touching one of their models. That's for sure. There is no chassis construction, for starters, so this is not a two-wheel machine in the conventional sense. The front suspension is connected to the motor, while the rear suspension and swing arm are attached to the gearbox. The extra weight of sending forces from the front wheels up a skinny fork, through a steering head, and back down to the rest of the machine was removed, which led to the much-touted 265-pound weight loss. The front suspension is made up of 2 A-arms that extend forward. The ends of these arms define the vehicle's steering axis and hold up an upright from which the front wheel spindle extends. As a single-sided swing arm, the lower A-arm serves a similar function. The steering feels like a regular direct steering telescopic fork because the handlebars are attached to the up-projected steer axis, and their movements are so clear. The ES1 Spirit can perform like a real Formula One car because it has an integrated, bespoke transverse inline, 4-engine, a unique front and back carbon fiber suspension, and handlebars mounted to the front fork for better control of the front tires. The cherry on top of all these incredible technological qualities is the fact that the buyer will likely be one of just 10 persons in the world to own this two-wheeled heaven. Are you enjoying this video? If so, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Number 2 is the British E90 AJS Porcupine 1949 model at a price of $7 million. AJS has been making motorcycles for a long time and has had a lot of success, including winning many races. However, the company's early financial problems meant that they could only make 4 Porcupine motorcycles in 1949. One of these, piloted by the brilliant Les Graham, went on to win the 1949 World Championship. Its low center of gravity is a result of the Porcupine's open-frame, aluminum alloy, 500 cubic centimeters DOHC twin engine with horizontal cylinders and heads. Telehydraulic race forks and jam-pot shock absorbers are used. Aspiring bike industry professionals can learn a lot by reading about the design and manufacturing decisions made by AJS's initial and subsequent owners. The veteran Porcupine made it through the Cold War and then spent the next 20 years on display in the Coventry National Motorcycle Museum, waiting for the right buyer with the right amount of cash. And at number 1 in the top of our list, we present the Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter, priced at $11 million. Considering that the Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter initially retailed for a modest $110,000, whoever predicted that it would eventually earn the top spot on any top 10 list of big bikes would have to be a seer of the highest kind. You probably wouldn't think of a superbike when you hear the name Neiman Marcus, which is usually linked to a high-end department store. However, it appears that the issue has been resolved by the ingenious clockwork layout. The bike's eye-catching chassis, carved from a single piece of metal, proved to be an incredible hit with aficionados. To everyone's surprise, even Apple recently adopted the same strategy for their latest laptop case. Experts in the field of design agreed that this was a great example of styling at its best, because the vehicle's functionality was highlighted instead of hidden. The bike's innovative design blew away critics at first sight. Neiman immediately jumped on the immediate trance-like reaction and came up with this line: "It's an evolution of the machine, at once brought back down to its essential elements while being redesigned and re-engineered for optimal performance." It's our street-legal sci-fi ideal that comes to life in the form of the limited edition fighter motorcycle. Can you even imagine how restricted it is? Currently, production is capped at 45 units of this fighter. The Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter, with a 120 CI 45-degree air-cooled V-twin engine and titanium, aluminum, and carbon fiber body pieces, costs $11 million but is fully street legal and can reach a top speed of 190 miles per hour. That is all for today. What is your favorite bike from today's video? Tell us in the comments section. TopTube will be back next week, so if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one.